Hello everyone. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to Officers Adda 24/7, the special YouTube series of your LRAB subject. In today's class, in the session of your YouTube session, we will discuss how the difficulty level of your LRAB exam. First of all, tell me in the comment box that what you face, the difficulty in while solving the LRAB question. Just tell me. Quickly, tell me what difficulty level that you face while solving the questions of your LRB. Quickly give me reply. I will be available at 9 p.m. in your chat box. Okay, quickly. What difficulty? Because in the next slide, I just, highlight the difficulties that you face while solving the LRB questions. Quickly give me reply. What difficulty you generally face? This session is very important. This is very important one. Okay. Now just see that what difficulty you generally face in your LRAB question. See, I think all are the exact answer that you have already going to given in the chat box or you have given in the chat box. We will solve each 5 difficulties one by one. Okay. So the first is, which act is important for your LRAB question? As you know that the JAIIB and CAIIB is simply for the increment of your salary. Okay. So for that thing, you have to take pain. I'm an advocate. Okay. When I, in the practice, in the court, we generally used to keep the bare act, or you can say the act with us. What is the main purpose by keeping the act? So that we can use that act in the court. So simply, if you learn the act which is important for your LRAB exam, so this act will be really helpful while giving the advice to the bank or anything. So you do not have to mug up all the act of your, just like a LLB graduate student. No, you only have to, you have to learn 20 acts in your LRAB. Okay, what are the 20 acts? I will explain you. So first of all, which act is important? I will explain you. In this explanation, I will show you the syllabus of your LRAB and just count in your hand that how many acts you have to learn. Okay, let's see. How many acts? Okay. First of all, we are solving the first question, that which act is important. So what I say, within 20, your act will be finished. Okay, within 20. So only 20 act you have to mug up. And just please focus that if I say how many sections are important for this act. So for this section, you have to see the classes of mine of LRAB, because in each act, while teaching the act, I always used to highlight the important sections of that particular act. Suppose the contract act contain 238 total section, but you do not have to mug up this much of section. Hardly you have to learn 5 to 10 section from the examination point of view. Only 5 to 10 section. So this section I already explained in the paid classes, or you can also see the video course of your LRAB in which I explain all the section in a very detailed form. So ma'am, what are the act which is important? Just see at a glance. Okay. First of all, module A. If we talk about the module A, then only 2 acts you have to mug up. What are the 2 acts? The number 1 is Banking Regulation Act and the second one is Reserve Bank of India Act. Only 2 acts is important in your module A. So just just count the act, okay? And in banking regulation and RBI act, what sections are important? So I already highlight this thing that in this week also I will show you the important section of your all the both act, banking regulations and your RBI act, because these two are the crux of your module A. At least this portion, that is first, second, third, fourth and your fifth one, I can say that these 5 chapters contain in this all these 2 acts. So in module A only 2 acts you have to mug up, that's it. And in this one, what are the key points of module A? That you have to study the framework of your banks, legal frameworks of your bank. Just try to catch the one word of each particular points. Second one, how to control the bank. Second is that one. All these points are mentioned in the 2 act. So if you are thinking that, ma'am, the section is unknown to us, so in this week I will tell you the important sections of these 2 acts. Done? Okay. Next is regulation. So regulation to the banking business, that's it. Next one, return, inspection, winding up, merger of the banking company, that thing we have to study. Next one, we have to study the various types of bank, and we have to study the reform in the financial sector and the council which is made for the banking system. So in module A, only 2 acts you have to be focused, and these are the keywords to learn the syllabus. If you learn the syllabus, then 50% course is complete. But for that thing, you have to learn the syllabus. That's it. Okay. Now, you can easily see these are the keywords of your module A. So, kindly learn this module, learn this one word so that you can easily, crack your LRAB questions. Okay. 50% question if you learn, then at least 50% answer you can easily tick mark in your LRAB exam. Okay. So just count 2 acts covered in module A. Okay. Next one. Module B. The module B contained no act, only 1 act. Which act is important? This Negotiable Instrument Act. So the third act which you have to learn, that is Negotiable Instrument Act. 1, 2 we have done. Third is Negotiable Instrument Act. And in module B, these are the banking terms of your LRAB questions. Banking terms. See the heading, legal aspect of banking operation. What are the legal terms, legal aspect of the banking operation, that how the bank operate? If we see the keyword of the syllabus of module B, and please, those who are new in this session, don't forget to like and share this session among your friends, colleagues, etc. Because these things are very important. First of all, try to learn the one word of your LRAB questions. So in this one, you have to learn about the types of borrower which can take money from the lender. Second one, what are the type of credit facility? Money, credit facility. Next one, the types of loan you have to remember. Next one, you have to learn the registration of firm and incorporation of the company. Just try to write these keywords. Next one, letter, not letter, chithi. This chithi belongs to the credit chithi. Now, bill finance, securities, charges and your Negotiable Instrument Act part. So just see, module B contain only 1 act, that is Negotiable Instrument Act, and all the terms are the banking terms of your LRAB subject. So these banking terms are very, very simple. Types of borrower means you have to just learn 5 to 10 types of borrower in this session. Types of credit facility, that is fund based and non-fund based credit facility, secured and unsecured loans. So these are the very, very easy and small concept. If you understand the concept, then you can easily do the questions. Done. Now next one, module C. So module C contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Module C contain 9 acts. So 9 acts and 3 acts we have just learned in module A and B. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So right now we have to learn the 12 act. How many act? 12 act total. Module A, B, C total contain 12 act. A plus B plus C. Only 12. And what I say, only you have to learn 20 acts in your LRAB. Okay. Now just see what are the 9 acts which are mentioned here, and see these are the 9 acts, but you do not have to mug up all the section of this act. For each act, suppose there is a 12 act. So 12 act means at least if you just remember the, what I say, just for 5. Okay. So if 1 act you have to learn 5 1. So the 12 act you have to learn at least 60 sections. And don't worry, the 60 questions, 60 sections, you are thinking, ma'am, so much section, but this is very, very easy. If you can learn the song, if you can learn the step of the dance, then you can easily learn the sections. In song, we always, chant the song. In dance, we always do the practice. So same thing apply to the study also. If you revise your section, then definitely you will mug up the sections. Now see, in 12 act, what are the act? The first one is the act which related to the recovery of debt. Borrower takes money from the bank. Now how the bank can recover money from this one debtor, that we have to study in this one. Next one is SURFACI. Without intervention of the court, how we can deal with SURFACI? SURFACI Act deal with without intervention of the court, how bank and financial institution can take money from the borrower, that is called SURFACI. Banking Ombudsman, in that act we have to learn that what are the complaint which can be solved by the official authority of the bank, which is called as the Banking Ombudsman. Next one is Bankers Book Evidence Act. In this act, you have to study the records which is maintained by the bank, and these records can be taken as a evidence before the court. Next one is the Legal Service Authority Act, in which you have to learn the Lok Adalat. In Hindi we say Logo ki Adalat. The normal procedure of the court is very technical, but in Lok Adalat we can easily get the justice in a very speedy way. Next one is Consumer Protection Act. In Consumer Protection Act, what are the protection which is provided under this act? What are the pecuniary jurisdiction of the forum? What are the territorial jurisdiction of the forum? That thing we have to learn. This act is 1986, but we have to learn of amended one, that is 2019 Act. Next is Law of Limitation. What are the limitations while filing the case? This is important. Next one is tax law. As you know that, what do you mean by tax? You all have to pay the tax, and that tax money is used by the government. And the last one is Payment and Settlement Act 2007. So 12 Act, note down the one word of all the 12 Act. In this way, I am just showing you that how much Act you have to learn for your LRAB questions. Okay, so module C is complete, 12 Act total. Okay, ABC 12 Act. Now 12 plus. Now module D contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That is 22. what I say? So you have to learn 22 acts for your LRAB. And in this 22, you do not have to learn all this section of the particular act. If I say about the contract, only hardly 5 to 10 section. Contract, as you know that contract means simply when the two persons deal with each other, that is called contract. Next one, the act which belong to the goods. Companies Act, that is very important. Property, in which we have to deal with the immovable property. Right to information, in which we have to deal with the what information we can get from the public authority. Money laundering, one word you have to learn, laundering. Laundering means clean dirty cloth to clean one, and money laundering means black money into white money. This one. Next one is exchange. What exchange? That is money exchange. So this thing we have to study in this one. Information technology, we have to learn the technology. And the last one is registry, that what security have to registered in the by the particular authority. This thing we have to learn. So total act in your this module D, module B, C, A, total act 22 you have to learn in your LRAB part. You know, in our graduation, we mostly covered 50 plus act. See, and in post graduation, 20 plus act. So 70 law we have learned in our graduation and post graduation. But for your this exam, JAIIB 1, only hardly you have to learn 22. And in our graduation, you know, we just used to learn all the section because we have to just write the subjective one now. But in your exam, only objective question will come. So this 22 act you have to be learn for your this particular 5-1. And for this section, I have already told you in a paid batch, that how much section you have to learn. What are the important sections of the particular act? So total section plus 2, that is total section is 22 in your LRAB. That's it. What are the important contents of the act? For this thing, if you learn the section, then you can easily get the important contents of the act. Because all contents is not important. Suppose if I say sales of good acts, okay, the sales of good act is there. So we have to learn the simple definition of the sales of good. What are the rights of unpaid seller? Okay, and what are the goods which include in the definition of goods? That's it. So in the sales of good act, only 3 content you have to learn. That's it. Okay, so these are the things that you have to learn in this one. And if you want to see the what are the section, what are the important content, then you can easily get through the or purchase the any, you know, paid classes of mine of LRAB, in which you can easily get the all concept of your LRB. Okay, for this thing you have to see the classes of mine. And next one, how much question you have to solve to boost up your confidence? How much question? Guess. 100, 200, 300. For in my opinion, if you want to do this 4th portion, that how much question, so in 7:30 and in 9 PM of session, I already completed 1,000 question. So kindly do these question and please follow this step. If you want to crack, if you want to increase your money, follow this step. Just do the 1,000 question, and tomorrow I will give you 100 question of PDF free of cost of your LRAB subject, in which the 5-year previous year questions is attached in this PDF. So kindly do these 1,000 question, these 100 questions, and in January I will discuss the more previous year question in the YT and the YouTube session, and the YouTube sessions are damn free, so you can use that YT session. Okay, and the last one, how to solve the case study question. So for this one, for the 5th one, how to solve the case study, this English medium batch is specially made for those students who want a case study question that how they can solve, because case study questions are very important. You know, in your exam, half marks, 1 marks, 2 marks question generally come. So this 2 marks questions come from the case study question. So you can either purchase separate batch, or either you have to, if you want to purchase, these are the combined. In each class, 125 plus case study question will be given by this PPB, AFB and your LRAB. And what is a special thing about this LRAB, that in this one the crash course is also given. The crash course I will also do in this session of your LRAB. Okay, so that's why this is very important. If you want to purchase all one, you have to just click on, simply what you have to do, you have to simply click on the Adda site, and Adda site just go on the JAIIB. If you click on JAIIB, then simply the batch will become, if you click on the JAIIB, then this will become, and what you have to do, you have to use the code that is Y391. You have to use the code that is Y391. If you use that code, you can get 77% discount, and for 1% more discount, just use the mobile. In mobile, just download your Adda app. In mobile, if you purchase that course, then 1% more discount will be available. And the 100 question of PDF which contain the previous year question, that will available tomorrow. So kindly do all the question if you want to crack your these, if you want to solve the difficulties of while solving the LRB question. For Act, first of all, 22 Act, you have to learn sections and important contents. You can take from the paid batches which is already done. You can also purchase that thing in which the recorded classes will be available to you. And this question, for that question I have already told you that you have to do the YT session, you have to solve the 100 PDF question, and in January don't forget to see the important session in January. Okay, and case study, I have already shown you the batch in which you can easily solve the case study questions. Okay, and this is the complete test pack. If everything is clear, so kindly do these mock paper, which is very important, and this is the complete e-kit of all the 3 books. That is in online format. You can easily read a one-liner books in this particular batch. Okay, so that's all for today's class. And you know, these are the recent finished batch of your LRAB. This is the video course. In video course, the teachers has made in a brief manner, and this is the particular course in which the paid batch is there, which is already completed. So you can see the recorded session of these classes. Okay, for this thing you can use the code Y391 for the maximum to maximum discount. And if you have any doubt, you can ask in a comment box. Kindly ask. I will give you reply. As a Nikita Singh, I will give you reply in a comment box. Please ask any question. What difficulty you face while solving the LRB question? Quickly. You can ask the question. I am here for 2 or 3 minutes. What difficulty you face? Because I have already give you the way, a trick how to solve the LRB questions. 22 acts, learn the important sections of 22 acts, learn the important contents of that acts, solve the question of YT session, solve the 100 questions which will be given tomorrow, and in January session, kindly see the LRAB part. Questions, kindly ask the question. Quickly. Kindly ask the question. I am here for 2 or 3 minutes. Please ask the question. There is a technical issue, that's why it is not shown. Yeah, question please. I will give you the quick reply in the comment box. Kindly